Hey YouTube,
Hola.
Kegan here with Rogue Underdog Duelist, that's me, bringing you another Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today, Kegan's bringing us some
Megalith ritual deck.
Megalith spice.
Alright, so start out with the profile. This is the main one that you need. She's Ophiel. When she's summoned by any other ritual monster, she searches any other ritual monster from your deck to your hand. So she's pretty essential. They all have built-in ritual summoning to them.
So she's a built-in Monju or Senju, basically?
Yeah. And then she also has the ability where she lets you ritual summon. This one is the one that lets you ritual summon quick effect during your opponent's turn. So you can use Trish and other things.
Alright.
Alright.
Ouch.
And this one is your searcher for your spells and traps. Searches your field spell and the, what is that, continuous trap?
Emergency?
Yeah. Alright, so this guy is your blanket, negate, and protector for all of your ritual monsters. He essentially protects everything by shuffling a ritual monster back from your graveyard into your deck and negates and destroys a card.
Anything that targets. It's kind of specific on it, though. It has to actually target.
Yeah. But see, this guy, when he's ritual summoned, you destroy a face-up monster on the field. And then when you ritual summon using this guy as material, he essentially targets the ritual monster, and your opponent cannot activate effects or cards and effects in response to him going off. So you can Trish your opponent during their turn,
And they can't do anything
with
about
this
it.
guy, and they can't respond to Trish's effect.
Yep. They just gotta take it.
Yep. Pretty much, I run two of the big guy himself because he's easy to get out. He's super easy to search with the Necros of Brionac. He essentially works as a hand trap and fetches the big guy. Or you can search this guy who outs extra deck monsters.
It's always a good one.
Yep. This one, say if I have 5 ritual monsters in my graveyard and bring him out, I can bounce any 5 cards my opponent controls on the field back to their hand. And this one is
very cool.
Every monster I control gains 600 attack for every ritual in the grave. So I've gotten some 3,000 and 4,000 attack boosts from this.
Very impressive, very impressive.
This guy, quick effect once per chain, doesn't negate, but he can destroy anything on the opponent's field. So that's instant spot removal. I'm thinking about running him at 2. And I've got the 2 Cyber Angels because they can... Benten can search her, but it also grabs you another monster when you use it as tribute. And she does piercing damage and fetches a ritual monster from the grave during your end phase. Yeah, best to normal summon one of your Manju or Senju. And doesn't matter, you either add Cyber Angel Ben 10 or Brionac from your deck to your hand. It's going to let you ritual summon using
Megalith card you control or in your hand. That'll go to the grave. She adds you any Megalith card from your deck to your hand. So you want to go for the same one that you ditch. Add it back to your hand. And she's got a built-in ritual summoning ability. So you can use her to get the copy that you added to your hand. It's also going to get you the field spell. So you want to go ahead and activate that. And you want to jump into this guy. He's your protection, built-in negation for the deck. And when you ritual summon him onto the field, you're going to go ahead and grab a ritual monster from your graveyard back to your hand. So any one of them, doesn't really matter. You'll use his once per turn built-in ability to ritual summon. And you use Ben 10 and the one that you added back for Dakini. And this is a good situation. You can make your opponent send a card, send a monster from the field to the grave, and then when you end your turn, you can add a ritual monster from your grave back to your hand. You can either search the field spell or this one, the emergence, and that one gets you recursion back every time if you just set it and activate it during your opponent's turn, because you can chain both of these to your opponent activating something. What is that? When you end your turn, Cyber Angel Ben 10 and her both add something back to your hand. Most of the time you can add Cyber Angel Ben 10 back to your hand, and you can search the other copy of that from your deck to your hand because she went to the grave as a tribute for Dakini. And that's just protection for your next turn. He quick effect negates anything that targets the two cards you control by taking one of these and just shuffling it back into the bottom of your deck.
Awesome.
We run a low number of normal summons in this deck. So we have Sphere Mode, Denko Sekka.
Yeah, because you're really not running spells and traps all that much.
Yeah, the one Mathematician.
Mathematician, eh?
And the two Manju and Senju.
Okay. Mathematician, pitch a Megalith to the grave.
Yeah, just seeing how it goes for right now.
Okay. A little experimental spice there.
So one Dino Wrestler Pankratops. The one of each hand trap. I don't want my opponent grabbing things or banishing stuff out of their graveyard a lot.
Right.
So, 2 field spell. They add your ritual monsters back from your grave when you ritual summon a Megalith. And this one special summons one from the graveyard. But they go back to the bottom of the deck. You gotta be kind of catchy with that. Going to ritual summon them out and then try and leave them on the field so that you don't get them destroyed a second time.
Right.
One call by the grave for grave effect hate, back row hate, and back row hate. I don't want to be able to run into, like, my main problem is being able to get stuck with my opponent having floodgates on the field.
Yeah.
So if they get something like Souls and Circle, I can get stuck in a banish loop.
Or Mystic Mine. You know?
Yeah, see, I've hit a Mystic Mine and a face down evenly matched.
So, yeah, that's a good little trio there. Good trio. Seems pretty well balanced. What's your spell and trap count for your Megalith deck?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards for spells and traps.
Okay.
Very, very low.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people using
two portals basically for the search, 2 emergencies basically just for the draw of it. Yeah, I see. Or if they pop it, you got 1 extra.
Yeah.
2 for consistency.
And the Megalith spells and traps are searchable from in-game mechanics.
And the other ones aren't continuous, so they don't stay in the field, so that keeps your Denko Sec active.
The one field spell, because I'm running her as a hand trap. I only have 2 extra deck monsters. The one Borlo Dragon, the one Underclock Taker. I don't really end up using either of them very often at all.
Very cool.
Probably use them once each.
Use them together.
Yeah.
Be a good combo.
But then I got a side deck of Ruin, the Supreme Queen.
End of the world.
One more Ghost Ogre.
Pop a card.
The DD Crow, so that I can avoid an effect in the grave. One Effect Veiler. A Mind Control. Foolish Burial. And Pot of Avarice. This recently came off the ban list. I've been testing it, but I haven't seen it when I draw it. Well, see, that's like, if I want to side this in, I'll take out one of the what is that? This one?
Megalith Emergency?
Yeah, so I'll side this one in for this guy, so that this guy will send him back to the deck and still let me draw 2. This guy brings them back from the grave, but if they're destroyed for any reason, they go to the bottom.
Oh, it's off the ban list. Why not, right?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But Mind Control and DD Crow have came in the best, I guess.
Sweet.
And that's basically the profile.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, that looks pretty spicy. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Kegan and his megaliths with some seriously heavy negation.
Well, yeah.
And
mainly destruction.
The agent lockdown.
Yeah.
Demise agent lockdown there.
See, if I can't use the OCH Angel, I will use Och to go into either Trishula, but if I can't use Trishula, I'll just use Agent and Quick Effect during my opponent's turn. And always remember, if you're trying to play this deck, you want to play it kind of competitively. The best thing I found is Trish your opponent during their turn, because it's Quick Effect during a main phase. Special summon Agent and then destroy any one card on the field. Most people don't know how to interact with that, so it's like instant spot removal. It's an extra Pankratops. I'm essentially running 4 Pankratops now.
It's crazy.
And 3 of them don't have the clause where they have to be special summoned by my opponent having more monsters than me.
Man, after seeing this, I think you're making me want to build a Megalith deck at this point. At this rate. Yeah. Well, thanks for the deck profile, Kegan.
Yeah, I wanted instant access to, like, just pissing your opponent off. I might still hard lose to Shadows and the random rogue deck, but I think it'll do pretty good.
Well, I think that's it for the deck profile then. This is Rogue Underdog Duelist with Kegan.
Signing out.
Pass turn.